Welcome, everyone. This is fabulous. I'm so excited to be standing here before you. Everyone here who knows me by Dawn, and that is because my name is Sharon Dawn Abernethy, and I've always been called by my middle name, Dawn. So here I am, honored and blessed to be standing before all of you, and I thank you for being here to support me. I'm going to share a little bit about myself and how this book came to life. And life, for me, is something that I was so disconnected from for far too many years. I was literally sleepwalking through my days, wondering, there has to be something better than this. When I thought I knew what that better thing was, I did everything I could in my power to make it happen for me. It was when I'm a homeowner, when I'm a wife, when I'm a mother, life will feel worth living. All these things and all these accomplishments only made me sink deeper and deeper into a state of confusion. Once I became a mother, I realized that I can fake many things, but I cannot fake being a mom. And I wanted change. When my second child was born, I realized I am the only person that can make a difference. And I needed to change my world to make their world a better place. It was a very slow process, but one step at a time, I did start to wake up. For me, it was observing life, and that's the life and nature that exists all around me. As I watched nature, birds specifically, I found myself smiling more often. The more I smiled, the more joy I felt, the more joy I felt, the more joy I experienced. It was spring 2009 that I knew I'm alive and life is this incredible gift. I wanted to share this gift that I discovered within myself with everyone. I knew the best way for me to share my story was to write a book. One afternoon while driving, I was imagining how great it would be for me to step through my fear and share with others what I have learned and how I've learned it. Not one, not two, but 3 red-tailed hawks followed me literally right to my driveway. I stepped out of my vehicle and I looked at these 3 hawks parading in the sky above me, and I realized that this is not just my story, this is our story. If I thought my writing skills were challenged, then I could only imagine how my new feathered friends were feeling. So it was in this moment, I decided I will write a book. Actually, I promised. I promised those 3 red-tailed hawks on that day that I will step through my fear and I will write a story. I'll tell our story. I made a commitment to myself. The following day, I hired a babysitter and I had her come 3 to 4 times a week, and every time she was there, I worked for 4 to 6 hours. I had the first draft of this book done, and bada boom, there's my editor. And even had a name for the book as I passed it off to the editor. The name was New Thought, New Me, New World. Perfect name, so I thought. It was while I was in Mexico, relaxing. An elderly gentleman from Texas named Kenny sat down beside me. And we started to engage in conversation, and it really wasn't long before he begins to tell me, with much detail I must add, that he goes down to the beach in the morning before sunrise with his camera in tow, and he sets it up on this post sitting beside the beach bar, and he waits for a bird to fly into the sunrise, and he captures this beautiful image. I knew in this moment that was his still small voice talking to me. He could not possibly know how much I love the birds, nor that I too photograph them every single day. So what he said stirred deep within me, and I knew it was a gift. At this time, I just didn't know what the gift was. It was not until on my flight home that my light bulb went on, and I was like, oh my goodness, that image was supposed to be the cover of my book. I was supposed to get the sun rising in a tropical setting as the image for the cover of my book. So it's like, okay, well that sucks. So a few days after arriving home, I'm sharing with my editor, and she says to me, "Hey, Dawn," she goes, "what do you think about this title I've come up with for the name of your book?" I'm like, "Oh, what?" She's like, "What do you think of A New Dawn?" Wow, a complete stranger is inspiring me to visualize the dawn of the day breaking. My editor is at her house, millions of miles away, listening to her still small voice give her the name of my book. I was like, these are the moments that take my breath away. What is a new thought, new me, new world? For me, it is a new dawn. It was about a week later, as I was writing in my daily journal, I wrote, "The old dawn would have, but the new dawn." I slowly put my pen down on the paper and was again awestruck. That awestruck moment. I have been writing in my journal the old dawn and the new dawn for 2 years. This is when I knew with little doubt that spirit, that intelligent presence has known all along what the name of my book was. I just was not so quick on downloading it. So it was delivered to me in as many forms as it had to be for me to receive it. And that, my friends, is how life works. My next aha moment was when I received a beautiful necklace from my mother for Christmas. This necklace is a gift. It is in memory of my brother. And engraved on the back of this necklace is, "I am still with you in each new dawn." I turned to my mom with so much love for her in that moment. I believed that she was celebrating the release of my book at the same time as my love for my brother. The look on my mom's face was like, huh? I didn't connect the dots, honey. She goes, "That was already on the necklace. It was already engraved." It's like, you weren't thinking about me? So it's moments like this that you have to stop and connect the dots. It even gets better, because not only did this necklace come with a special engraving, it came with a very, very special poem. And at first, I thought this poem was specifically speaking about me and my new relationship with my brother. I shared this beautiful poem with my editor, and she was very quick to recognize that this poem represents my book. It represents that presence that I have discovered within myself, and you will find this poem on the first few pages of the book. So I stand here, I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to my brother, I'm grateful to all my loved ones who have made their transition, because I do know they are here right now, loving and supporting me. I am also open to receive the gifts from that universal intelligence that I call spirit, and I trust I do move forward in love. My love, I give to my dear friend and editor, Karen Wilson. She's a gift and I received it, so thank you. My publisher and designer, Robert McDonald from the Okanagan Institute, his eye for design, well, you just have to buy a book and see it for yourself. Today, I stand before all of you as a completely new person, and I am joy-filled. I'm very grateful that I can stand here in my truth. I trust that I'm surrounded and immersed in a loving universe made up by loving people, and I thank each and every one of you for being here to celebrate this special day with me. So I know I'll forever remember this day. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart.